So
There's no guarantee that they keep Cass either.
there is no guarantee. Cass could leave. So let's say Cass does leave. It's Bruno and Agate.
They should be keeping Casemiro. Do you know what I mean?
Think
But bro, stranger things have happened.
I
The
hear that.
manager would be an idiot to let Cass go, especially as I don't believe this manager's finishing next season, bro. I don't
Yeah, he's
think
still
he
gonna
sees
be.
out next season. So having Casemiro's personality, Cass's character in the dressing room, like especially in moments of uncertainty, bro. Like, brother, he's not a player that I believe we can afford to lose, next season. I think we need to bite the bullet, and these men need to just continue to pay him his salary, bro. Because, bro, he's paid that back this season. Like,
Yes, with even just his Europa League run, and on top of
bro,
that, the reason
that
why I'm
alone.
willing, that alone, the reason why I'm willing to pay his salary is because of what we was talking about before, the amount of players we letting go. Look, if we let
Mm,
go of that 5, it's like 2
mm,
mil. I think it's around 2 million. I don't know the exact figures, but it's a lot of money. And then, like I said,
mm,
you add in Ericsson to that, you add in Johnny Evans to that, you add in a couple other players who could potentially leave. Maybe there's a couple, not surprise exits, but one we didn't really look at. Let's say Onana leaves, for example. Talking
mm.
all 2.53 million, what's 300k? And
Yeah.
that 2.53 million you've let go of, you ain't gonna make that back. You're just not signing that many players. We just mentioned about letting go of 5 of the attackers and bringing in 3. Those 3 attackers' wages are not going to equal to the 5 of those. So that's how you have to do it. But we'll see.
Yeah.
500k, sure about that? We'll see.
Nah,
Yeah, yeah.
I'm not sure about that at all,
About
bro. Do you know what I mean?
500k.
I think
Yeah.
that's a load of bollocks. Do you know what I mean? So I ain't
I don't
even
know
trying to
about
hear that. I think that's a load of
that.
bollocks. United wouldn't pay that. So yeah, it's one of them ones. I don't know where you read that, but I'm pretty sure that's bollocks. But yeah, it's not looking great, man.
It's awful for him. Like I said,
It's
they
not
just have to
looking
get
great.
part 3 out, man, because you said it, I've said it, he don't see the summer of 2026. So therefore, they need to be recruiting for the club,
Mm.
recruiting talent for the next guy, whoever that is. I don't know who that's going to be, but they better have an idea because, boy, it's just win the Europa and you hope they blow it up, but I don't see that happening. That's too ideal. That's too much of a perfect world. I don't see that happening. I really
100%,
don't.
bro. And yeah, like people, yeah, all this stuff, like we said before about Amarim paying for stuff to go to Europa League. Who cares, man? You know them ones. Like at the end of the day, yeah, it's one of them things where the club shouldn't be paying for that shit anyway.
It's
Club
like,
shouldn't be paying for that. Like if you work for Man United, yeah, and you end up going to the Europa League final because it's your job, that's fair enough. But why should the club, yeah, pay for your family to go? That doesn't make no sense, bro. Do you know you should pay for your own family? Do you
Yeah,
get what I'm saying? Like
I hear you
that
that,
tells
I
you,
hear you on that front.
bro. You know what's mad? This club's been run so badly, yeah, that when the owners are trying to run it properly, fans are
People
looking
have
at it
issue with it.
like it's some injustice, bro. Do you know what I
Yeah, I
mean?
don't know why the club.
That's like your workplace, yeah, paying for your family to come to the Christmas party, bro. It's like they don't work here.
Yeah,
They don't
facts.
work here.
Facts. You spot on, fam. I hear you. For real.
Yeah.
That's right.
So what's man talking about? They don't work here.
It don't make that because this one I don't even understand why this is a thing. This has never been a topic of conversation. You know, like you
Yeah.
mentioned before about Amram and the amount of interviews he did.
Yeah.
When have we ever spoke about the club paying for staff and family members to go to a final? This has never been a topic of conversation.
Bruv, it's
I ever
PR, bro.
remember. Never ever been a topic of conversation. It's like, yo, their staff, they work there. Like, if they pay for that, whatever, man. Just perform better. All this nonsense. Just sort out the club, sort out the squad, sort out the manager. That's where I'm at with it.
It's
Staff and all this
foolishness,
stuff,
bro.
man. We got a lot of things going on. I don't care about staff and what's going on and whether they making the final respectfully. How about we
No,
sort out the
no, but
team?
no, but the wickedest thing is, yeah, and what I keep highlighting about these football fans, yeah,
Oh,
these man will cuss out the owners and say,
yeah.
"Oh, look what they're taking away from look what they're taking away, look what they're taking away," but then back the man that they brought in. Do you get what I'm saying? It's like if they're incompetent,
Hmm.
why can't we agree that they're incompetent across the board? Do you know what I mean? Why is it they're incompetent with some things, but then not other things, bro? Like, why can't Amarim be one of a long list of mistakes? Why does he have
Yeah.
to be the thing that's not a mistake?
They anomaly, yeah. It's
Do you know what I'm
crazy.
saying?
The one thing
Because
I
they're
actually
saying
see,
they're saying he's done everything wrong. They've done everything wrong except for bringing Amarim, basically.
yeah, That's a big mistake on their part. That's a big mistake on their part.
That's what they're saying.
Huge mistake. Huge mistake on their part. Without doubt. The only thing, like I said, Dave, I actually do trust him with his recruitment.
Yeah.
That's the one thing. I don't.
And why do you trust them on recruitment? Yeah, based off what you've seen so far. So they've shown us.
Yes.
Exactly. I was like, Amorim ain't showed us nothing. Like, there's no. Do you get it?
Yeah,
you get me? Like, I trust them with recruitment based off what I've seen up until this point. But before then, I had no grounds.
Yeah.
I had no grounds.
And that's what it is. It's a wait and see thing to see what it is. And they surprised because even I had doubts about bringing in the players who we had at the time. Because I didn't know. Like, I was looking at Maz. I was looking at Delit. I didn't know too much about Euro. Didn't know too much about Xerxes. But I look at the price points we brought them in at, and I go, minus Agate, I go, Dog, who I like. Heaven, I'm cool with. I'm like, yeah, it makes sense. So recruitment, I do. Which might be the thing that gets us, I say over the line, but have us in a decent... We'll be actually a decent team next season because of
How
that.
are you feeling about this final with Spurs, bro? Because personally, it's one of them ones, like, they're even saying no matter what happens, I think Ange's gone. If Ange wins, he walks, and he gets to walk away saying, I'm the guy that won Spurs a title, which is the sickest way to walk, because he'll walk into another job, no problem, being that manager that gets Spurs a trophy, because Jose couldn't do it, Conte couldn't do it. So no matter how it happens, if he can go in there and say, yo, I'm the guy that got Tottenham their first trophy in nearly 20 years, like, that's an absolute banger. Do you know what I'm saying? And it's one of them ones where that's it. It's a madness. So
Gold TV. One sec.
Either way, Either way, my man's saying that either way, they're saying that Ange's walking, bro. But if Amorim is as hurt, as he's saying he is, and all these things, then surely, like, brother, like, if he loses, he has to dip. He has to dip, bro. And I'm going as far as saying he should walk, bro. It shouldn't even be a thing where man are sacking him.
He should. But again, stubbornness. You know what I'm saying? Like, managers, all top managers have it. There isn't one who don't. All top managers have it. And they have that stubbornness and that ruggedness to stick it out. In regards to the final, people have said, does the Europa League save his season? No, it don't save its season. It's a great ending to what's been a horrific season. I keep saying this. It's a terrible film, but the ending was fire. That's how I look at this season if we do indeed win the Europa League. And it shouldn't be dependent on it. I don't think the board should be looking at it and it's dependent on it as well because the season's been terrible. Do I think we win it? Yes. I think we have more players. We have more X factors than them in the final third. I think Kulusevski might be out. That's what reports is saying.
So he got injured last game, but that doesn't guarantee that he's going to be out. Like they said, my brother said he went straight down the tunnel, but it could be precaution.
All right, precaution. So let's say Kulusevski plays. I look at their team and I look at their X factors. I look at Kulusevski. I look at Son. Maddison's out as well. And of course, you can have games in big games where a player you don't expect does something crazy. Like the Madrid-Arsenal game, for example. Rice, you wouldn't class as an X factor, but he bends those 2 free kicks and you go, hey, props to him. That can happen in this final. But I look at Son, I look at Kulusevski. They're their 2 X factor players. But with us, I look at Casemiro. I look at Bruno. I look at Ahmad. I look at Maino. I just think we have more X factors going forward.
Yeah, we've got more match winners.
So that's why I think we'll win the game. That's legit. Even though this manager gonna put out this stupid lineup and we might be a goal down, remain in the game, put on the better players. So put on Maino because Ahmad will start, Bruno will start, Cas will start. The problem is that horrific front three will probably be Mount, Garnacho. Actually, it won't be Mount. I think he goes Bruno, Garnacho, Højlund. And then I think he plays Casemiro and Agate in the pivot.
I think so as well. It needs to be Bruno and Mount probably. Like it needs to be Mount ahead of Garnacho, but I think he starts Garnacho and Bruno too.
Yeah,
and Højlund is his favorite front three.
Yeah, and it's horrific, and that's what I don't get. I'd personally go Maino, Mount, and Bruno. That would be my front three. That's what I'd play because I ain't trying to see Højlund and I ain't trying to see Garnacho, but we know that's not happening. So it'll probably be Bruno, Garnacho, Højlund. Maino comes off the bench. Mount comes off the bench. You got Ahmad out there. You got Casemiro out there. You got Bruno out there. There's enough players out there that I go, yeah, we are gonna we're gonna win this game. So that's how I'm looking at it. I'm hoping as well. I'm hoping as well Euro is fit. I don't know about Delit either though. I don't know what's going on with Delit. Have you heard anything? I not heard anything about Euro either.
We hadn't heard nothing about Euro Delete, but they did say that there's going to be updates shortly. One thing is he's got 7 days from tomorrow. So the fact that we haven't heard anything, I think that's a good sign. I think that means it's not serious, because usually when something serious happens, you normally hear pretty much straight away. Do you know what I mean? You see
I
players
know.
leaving with their foot in a boot or on
Yeah,
crutches or something
just or
like that. So
something
the
like
fact
that.
that we haven't seen anything like that, I think it's grounds for optimism. But again,
Yeah.
like, we just don't fucking know, do we?
Yeah, we don't know. So hopefully those two are back fit. I also seen reports saying Xerxes could be back as well for the final, but I think
No,
that's a long
apparently
shot.
Xerxes just said that he's doing his best to be available for the final on
I
a
hope
live
so.
stream with Alfonso Davis. But
Okay.
yeah, that's the source. The source
Yeah.
is he's trying his
Xerxes.
best, but we know he's trying his best.
Yeah. So hopefully he would say, I think if he was definitely out, he wouldn't say that. So we don't know how far away he is. Hopefully he is fit.
Players are
and
always going to be
he plays some
optimistic,
part.
though. Do you know what I
Yeah.
mean?
Hopefully he can play some part. So yeah,
It's a
with the
cup
final, that's a
final.
good.
There's no international tournament. It's the last big game of the season. He'd want to be on the bench, even if he's only got 20 minutes in him.
Yeah. And that's what it is. And that 20 minutes could win us the game. So yeah, going into this final, strangely confident. I'm rarely confident going into any game. Strangely confident. So I
Yeah,
think
see,
we'll win the
see, I'm not.
competition. What are you saying about it?
I think we'll win, but I'm not confident. Do you know what I'm saying? I've said it. I think we win just because we're Man United and they're Tottenham. I don't think we win because we're a better footballing team than them, because the results against them this season show that they've just got our number, bro. Like 3 losses, bro. Like, it's one thing teams doing the double over us. They done the treble over us.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean? So
beat them since 2022.
but there you go. So like, we've had issues with them for a hot minute. This isn't a new thing. So
Yeah,
I can't sit here and be confident, but well, not in our footballing ability, but I can be confident in football heritage, my brother.